What's an American problem you're too European to understand? Their toilet stalls are so ducked up it's unbelievable. Huge gaps in the side you can see people through. Huge gaps at the top and bottom. And they don't have occupied signs that show when the door is locked. I was listening to an American podcast recently where they suggested having a light above the stall to show when it's in use. They don't have a clue, lol. Having to remember that cars can turn on a red light. I know this is a thing. I've known this for 10 years. I still forget and nearly die every time I need to cross a road when I'm in the US. ETA. I have learned many things in this comment thread, and am formally changing my answer to traffic laws varying between states. The red light turn thing still terrifies me though. The idolization of politicians. They are public servants. Similar to a courthouse clerk or a city hall coordinator. They are not rock stars. You don't need to scream their name. Buy their merch. Fully commit your life to them and believe everything they say. Just treat them like public servants. Sure, they get power and position, but hold them accountable when they abuse it. Don't let corporations and politicians take over. The political system is created by the people. For the people. It just boggles the mind. American here. When I was studying in the UK, I had to send some financial documents back to the US. The only way these documents were considered valid was if the original was mailed in, or if I faxed a copy. When I asked the printing office if they could fax it for me, they looked at me like I was an alien and said the school hadn't owned a fax machines for like a decade. Then they asked me if I still use a VCR. Probably not really European but Finnish. Memes about forgetting to connect your phone to Wi-Fi. Here we have unlimited internet and it's working almost everywhere. Having to do your tax return, I mean, the IRS know how much you earn. So why can't they just take it out? Damn. I swear they want you to duck up so they can put you in jail/fine you. Not European but a German girl asked me if I lost my job how long they would keep paying me until I got a new job, and I just started laughing. I'm too European to understand how swearing and curse words are such a big deal in movies and songs. But violence and guns are taken with a grain of salt. Australian here. The TV ads for prescription medication always gets me. Like really specific medication too. Not just a new over-the-counter painkiller. I think it's good to research medication if you have a condition to be informed about your options. But it's so bizarre to see ads for it in between Property Brothers episodes and ads for Taco Bell. American here. I lost a filling a few months ago. The dentist says he won't do any work until I get a deep clean. But my insurance will not pay for a deep clean, which costs about $1,800 USD. I can't afford that. So I have to go with this huge hole in my teeth until my jaw gets infected. Once that happens, it becomes a life-threatening illness that my insurance will cover. Is this anything to which you Europeans can relate? I've never understood the tipping culture in the US. As an Aussie, tipping just isn't really a thing. Except like paying $10 for a drink that costs $9.20 and telling the bartender to keep the change. And that's basically it. You have $4.50 in your pocket. The fancy drink is advertised at $3.99. Do you have enough money to buy it? No. Lobbying. I never understand how every politician on both sides gets away with legalized bribery and everyone just accepts it. I understand the need for specialist interest groups to promote their ideas, but to be allowed to visibly finance a politician and rate their friendliness to your cause with no repercussions is insane to me. It's bribery no matter how you dress it up. Tipping. Paying for health care. Thank God for the NHS. Ridiculous living costs. Not having holiday time. Not using the metric system. Counting in football fields/moon landings instead. I don't get it. Privatized prison system. Here is one I can't understand. Strong violence on TV. No one bats an eye. Nipple slip. Everybody loses their minds. You Americans eat like you've got free health care. With no intent to be rude. But I can't understand how so many people eat themselves to the point of needing a mobility scooter or the point of being bedbound. I live in Sweden and I believe that the absolutely heaviest person I've ever seen in 30 years was about 400 pounds. Registering to vote. As a Canadian, you're automatically enrolled when you turn 18 and get a notice where your polling station will be for every election. I'm an American, but I have a friend who is Italian from Italy. She doesn't understand how sweet everything is, including pasta sauce and bread. And she doesn't understand our obsession with bragging about our heritage. She says if you are born in America, you are American. Not Greek/Italian/German on your mom's side. Dutch/English/Scottish on your dad's side. I never understood four things in us. Asterisk healthcare, or mostly health-on-tea care. Asterisk prices are written on goods without taxes. Asterisk toilets that looks like small lake. Asterisk shower that have only one knob to set intensity and temperature of water. I got a kick out of reading these comments. I'm American. But by the end I was reading them to figure out where I want to move to. That there's no such thing as free higher education. In my country there's paid education as well. But I think that in many cases free education is better than various grants and money benefits. It makes education more available. Why the big amount of flat earth and anti-vax people? Is your education system not doing well? Credit card debt. You have a credit card. You buy something with your credit card. You pay it all off from your checking account in the same month. The interest works never in your favor. Why the hell does anyone still use checks? Like actual paper checkbooks that you write on and then deposit to a bank? How is that still a thing? I know a lot of phrases like write a check or the check had bounced. But I assume they were leftovers in the language from the pre-internet era.